Hello, YouTube. Today we're going to look at some cards that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. This is the listing. You can see it right here, right there. It says $40. That was the picture. There was like 5 pictures. They were all the same thing, basically. It says 40. When I first talked to the guy, it was 20. And then he wanted 40, and I said, look, I'll give you 20. That's what it was listed at. So here is the stuff. Here's the stuff from the picture. We're just going to go through it. I got kind of excited when I saw the deck boxes. Unfortunately, they do not have decks in them. I mean, they do, but they're for some other game. I guess I'll look at these at the end, but they're not Magic, so we'll just set those to the side for now, and we'll go through these one by one. Whoa, that was intense. We'll go through these. Whoa, we'll go through these one by one to see what we got. Sometimes I buy cards on Facebook Marketplace, and if you're interested in how I do that, I can make a video about that. If not, that's fine too. Let's just look at these cards and see what shape they're in, if we got anything good. Trophy Mage, that's definitely playable. I'll catch some of these, probably not all of these good cards. So if there's anything good in here that I miss, or just even something that's kind of playable that I miss, let me know. And I'll go back and pull it out. All right, Trophy Mage. I'll set that aside. That's useful. You know, it's something that can be thrown in some kind of decks. Pacification Array, Life Crafter's Gift, Crackdown Construct. Okay, so it's just a lot of bulk so far. I was looking at the screen. I'm actually just going to look down because it's a lot easier to read. These are cool. 0 mana, little Ornithopter. I mean, that's not the one that people really like, but it's fine. Demolition Stomper, Crackdown Construct, Shielded Aether Thief. I didn't do a lot of it. This is Aether Revolt. I didn't do a lot of. I haven't seen a lot of this set. Energy stuff. Not a big fan of energy. I don't know why. When it attacks, return it to your hand for 5 mana. Oh, return an artifact you control to its hand. Okay, that's not too bad. I can see how that would be used for something. Pima, Aether Seer. All right, this looks like it's all Aether Revolt. I'm pretty unfamiliar with this set, so I don't know if any of these are actually worth using in a deck. Ravenous Intruder. Gremlin Infestation. Deft Dismissal. Is that this set? Is this the Aether Revolt? It is. Okay. Tracks. That makes sense. Thopter Arrest. Jedi Harpooner. Wisp Weaver Angel. In this video, I'm not going to go through all these, but I will make another video at some point where I go through the stuff that doesn't really matter. It's fun sometimes to look at the cards that are not all the ones that are worth money and rare. But not today. Today, we're just looking to pull out some stuff that I think might fit into some decks. Or that's worth money. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I paid $20 for these. Hopefully there's $20 worth of stuff in here. Oh, nice little foil. Okay, well, not a whole lot of great stuff out of there. A couple things that might be playable in something. Windkin Raiders. Gremlin Infestation. Outland Boar. A lot of bulk. I can't remember. I wasn't playing when Aether Revolt came out, so I don't know if foils were still rare back then or if they had already become extremely common. Ooh, Gonti's Machinations. Why does that sound familiar to me? I'll set that aside. I'm not sure if that's useful, but for some reason it sticks out in my head. Okay. Another Trophy Mage. Efficient construction. It's kind of cool. I don't think it's very good, but it's kind of cool. Skyship Plunder. Now this I've seen. Oh, maybe because it's in pirate decks. Just come at player for each kind of counter on target permanent or player. Give that. Oh, it's a proliferate thing. Okay. I don't have any proliferate decks, so for me, not a big deal right now. Scrapper. Another trophy mage. Reverse engineer. Felidar Guardian. The blinker. Gifted Aetherborn. He's useful. And another Gonti's Machinations. Whoa. Gifted Aetherborn's pretty cool. 2/2/3 Death Touch Lifelink. Fits into a lot of vampire decks. Hidden Stockpile. Maulfist Revolutionary. Proliferate. Give that player. I guess it's not actually. Is this proliferate before it was keyworded? Seems like it. Monstrous Onslaught. I used to think this was good. Deals X damage, divide as you choose. Any number of target creatures where X is the greatest power among. I mean, it's not terrible. 5 mana is a lot, but if you're in mono green, I guess it could be useful. Lifecraft Awakening, Perilous Predicament. 5 mana for that. Jeez. Another Ornithopter. I don't think Ornithopter is very good, but I think it can fit into some niche situations where you need 0 mana artifacts for some reason. A little shock. All right. Let's keep going. Oop. Found some rares. I'm going to set all the rares aside, even if they're not good, because I'm not familiar with a lot of rares, so I'll just look them up later. Consulate Crackdown. Exile all artifacts your opponent's control until it leaves. Okay. Merchant Stockhand. I know that's bulk. Hidden Herbalists. Aid from the Cowl. If a permanent left you control left the battlefield this turn, reveal top card of your library. If it's a permanent, you can put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put it on the bottom for 5. Oh, a promo Solemn Recruit. Cool. Double strike, being here in step. If permanent left, put +1/+1 counter on Solemn Recruit. That's cool. I like that one. Aether Geode Miner. When it attacks, you get 2 energy, pay 2 energy, then return to battlefield, exile and return it. Pay 2 energy, exile this and return it. That's a little less useful than if it was exile target. Creature you control. Beginning of your end step, permanent left the battlefield, put a unity counter on call for unity. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each unity counter on call for unity. Quicksmith Spy. Target artifact you control gains tap, draw a card for as long as you control Quicksmith Spy. That's cool. Baral's Expertise, another promo card. Huh. Drop to 3 artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. Me cast card, convert a mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Okay, well, we got quite a few rares coming here. Okay. I was expecting this to be mostly bulk, but Aethertide Whale. You get 6 energy, pay 4 to return it to its owner's hand. It's a cool little loop potential there. Battle at the Bridge. Improvise. Target creature gets -X/-X. You gain X life. You Henny's Expertise. All creatures get -3/-3. You can cast cost with cast a card, convert mana cost 3 from your hand without paying its mana cost. Midnight Entourage. Let's see. Secret Salvage. Gary Zeb's Expertise. 2 more promo cards. I guess I'll set the promos aside. I did not expect to get promo cards. I didn't expect to get rares in here, let alone promo cards. So Quicksmith Rebel, Pia's Revolution, Free Jammer Agent. I'm not seeing anything that I recognize, so it doesn't mean that they're not good, but I kind of know some of the cards that are worth a little bit more. But I might be missing some, so I don't know. If you see one that I miss, let me know. All right, now we're back to commons and uncommons. Invigorated Rampage, Siege Modification, Restoration Specialist, blah, blah, blah. Sly Requisition, that's a cool name, Monstrous Onslaught. Okay. Yeah, we're back into bulk. Let's see if there's anything else in here worth pulling out. Felidar Guardian, that's cool. Another one. Ooh, shiny. Yahenni. Yahenni's cool. Whenever a creature opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 on it. Sacrifice another creature, gains indestructible. He's in my Markov deck. Or at least he was. I don't know. I might have taken him out. I'm not sure. Pretty good, though. Let's see. Kari Zev's Expertise. Gain control of target vehicle. Of target creature or vehicle. Okay, that was just target vehicle. Rogue Refiner. Pacification Array? Tap target artifact or creature. Let's see here. Trophy Mage. Trophy Mage, I'm just pulling it out because 2/2 for an artifact. It's playable in any deck that cares about artifacts. Skyship Plunderer. Okay. Was this a... Yeah, Friday Night Magic promo. Set that aside. Fortune's Favor. Target opponent looks at top 4 cards of your library and separates them in a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Put one pile in your hand, the other pile in your graveyard. They like doing those cards, don't they? Ornithopter. Servo Schematic. Ironclad Revolutionary. Hungry Flames. Oh, look at that. Another Friday Night Magic. Another Gonti's Machinations. I don't actually know if this is a good card, but it's interesting enough that I'll look it up later. Search your land for a basic. Search your land for a basic. Reckless Racer. Okay. So, box 1 is better than I thought it was going to be honest with you. I thought most of these boxes were just going to be full of bulk, and I might find some somewhat useful cards in a few of them. Nothing huge yet. I'm not honestly expecting anything huge at all, but pretty big stack of rares and some promos, which is cool. 3 more boxes. Okay, and I'll show these two, but I don't even know what game that's from, so I'm not too concerned about it. This box is sleeves. These are empty sleeves. That's unfortunate. Empty sleeves. At the back is tokens. Tokens are cool, not really worth much unless they're a very rare token, which these do not appear to be. Amonkhet. Yeah. All Amonkhet, I guess. Okay. And then one of these little dividers. Oh, that's cool. I think those came from the gift bundles one year. These are all empty sleeves. A little Nissa sleeve. What is this? Land? Some basic lands from Dominaria. And then also basic lands. Okay. And last thing in this box. More tokens. All right, well, that box was a bust. Goblin tokens, though. I like goblins. Okay, box 2 was quick. Eldritch Moon box. I like the boxes. Not really worth anything, but they're cool. All right. Box 3. Hopefully not a box full of sleeves. I see some sleeves. But it's not all sleeves. I think this looks like this is separated into bulk, and I'm guessing these are rares. Yeah, couple rares there. So we'll go to the rares after the bulk. And this is the Amonkhet stuff. So let's look through here. Gravedigger. Yeah. Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I think Gravedigger is useful. I don't think it's worth anything, but I think it's useful. We'll throw it aside. It's also foil, which is cool. I am not sure if Amonkhet had common foils like they do now, but maybe it didn't. Stir the Sands, Oketra's Attendant. Start and finish. I haven't seen split cards for a while. Deem Worthy. Trial of Solidarity. Embalmer's Tools. Tap a zombie control target. Yeah. Faith of the Devoted. Protection of Heckma. If a source opponent controls will deal damage to you, prevent one of that damage. That's something for limited, I guess. Is this 2 cards stuck together? No. Crocodile of the Crossing. Zenith Seeker, 6 cents. I think this one's actually useful. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. Deals combat damage. Wait, what? Whenever this creature deals combat damage. Oh, 2. My finger was covering it. I thought it said combat damage a player. No. Deals combat damage to a player. I think that's useful. Can't remember. I know in blue there's one that people like, but I'm not sure if that's because in blue it does it according to the damage you do, or if it's just useful. Hazardous Monument. Red spells cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. I think this is one of the monuments that's less desired. I know Bontu's is one that people like. Another 6 cents. This might not actually be useful. I'm just pulling it out because I'm not sure. I'll check it later. Wayward Servant. That's a cool one for Orzhov Zombies. Consuming Fervor. Trial of Ambition. Trueheart Twins. Cryptic Serpent. Watchers of the Dead. Kefnet's Monument. I think that's another one that isn't super popular. I know Bontu's is popular. I don't know about most of the other monuments. Trial of Strength. Ruthless Sniper. Oh, for discard matters. I don't think Gravedigger is important enough to pull out all of them, but I pulled out the foil one because it's foil, so maybe that matters. Gemstrider. Rona's Monument. Okay, well, let's see if Bontu's is in here. I think Bontu's is worth like $1 or $2. Decimator Beetle. Spring. And Mind. Draw 2 for 6. Oh, because it's from your graveyard. Trial of Knowledge. Labyrinth Guardian. Decimator Beetle. Grasping Dunes. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to throw it aside just because it's land. I'm not seeing a lot of land in here. Lord of the Accursed. A zombie lord. Other zombies get +1/+1. Other zombies get plus menace till the end of turn. I think this is one that people like. We'll set it aside just in case Nest of Scarabs. When you put a -1/- counter on a creature, create that many 1/1 black insect creature tokens. That's cool. Stir the Sands. Trial of Ambition. Another 6 cents. Anything that can draw you cards is always useful. Although green gets a lot of draw anyways. Time to Reflect. Lay bare the heart. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. Choose a non-legendary non-land creature card. Non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Okay. A little bit more bulk to go here. You can see how much we got left of the Amonkhet stuff. Uncropped Champions. Spring. How long is this video? Oh my god, we're already at 20 minutes. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Let's go a little faster here. Lots of bulk. Onward to Victory. Haptra's Mark. Target creature you control gets hexproof. Remove all -1/-1. Yeah, -1 matters is not super common outside of a few sets. Deem worthy. What's this? Lay claim? Just steal a permanent for 7? That better be an important permanent. Hey, Bantu's Monument. Now this I'm going to pull aside because I think it's worth like $1 or $2. Might be worth more, but that one I'm familiar. I think Gate to the Afterlife is something people like too. Maybe not. Yeah, it's probably not worth much. Probably not. All right, let's finish off the bulk here. And we got 1 box to go after this. Foil Decimator Beetle. Whoa, these are all foil back here. Compelling Argument. Merciless Javelineer. Yeah. Oketra's Attendant. Not important. Another Bantus. Gate to the Afterlife. Embalmer's Tools. By Force. Destroy X target artifacts. That's kind of cool. Another 6 cents. Maybe the 6 cents is not as important as I think it was. I will find out. Another Bantus. I know Bantus is cool. Anything that group slugs is always... People always like it. And what? Faith of the Devoted. Oh, yeah, the discard matters. Okay. That's it for bulk in there. Let's see what we got for the rares. There's a bunch of sleeves back here. Oh, it looks like we got part of a deck. Stasis Snare. Blessed Alliance. Harsh Scrutiny. Call for Unity. All right. I will pull the Call for Unity out. The rest of that stuff doesn't matter, but I'll pull the Call for Unity out because we've got the Aether Revolt rares here as well. All right, let's see what we got for rares. Honored Hydra. Temet. I don't know. Being of combat, target creature token you control gets +1/+1. No, that's not very good. Ooh, Harvest Season. Now, this I actually know is worth a couple bucks. So I'll pull that off to the side. I know it is because I paid a couple bucks for it. Heb the Worthy. Heart Piercer Manticore. Sacrifice another creature. It deals damage equal to that creature's power to target creature or player. That's kind of cool for 4. Glyph Keeper. Hey, another promo. Oracle's Vault. 2 more promos. Haptra. Vizier of Poisons. Deals combat damage to player. You may put a -1/- counter on target creature. Whenever you put 1 or more -1/- counters on creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch. Pyramid of the Pantheon. Add 1 mana of any color. Put a brick counter. Add 3 mana of any color if there are 3 or more brick counters. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of slow, but I like it. Throne of the God Pharaoh. Beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. That one can be nasty. Pyramid of the Pantheon. Hazard's Favor. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target creature you control get +2/+0 and gain haste. If you do sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Oh, that's rough. Whenever you cycle or discard another card. Oracle's Vault, Temet, Haptra, Heart Piercer, Harsh Mentor. I think that's like $1. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land, if it's not a mana ability, Harsh Mentor deals 2 damage to that player. Pretty useful for 2 mana. All right, here's our big stack of bulk rares. Got 1 more box. I don't think the box is full, but it is something. This was a longer video than I thought it was going to be, 24 minutes. Yesterday, I bought like 10,000 cards, and those actually are bulk. But I'll make another video going through those, and if this took 24 minutes, that's going to probably take... I don't even know how long. Looks like we got the same thing going on here. We got our rares in the little box and our bulk in the big box. Let's go through the bulk really quick. We'll go faster than the last box. Fairgrounds Warden. More Aether Revolt. Nope, this is Kaladesh. That did not come to my head for some reason. Blossoming Defense, Hexproof for 1, always useful. Always useful. Server of the Conduit. Sky Whaler's Shot. Weapon Craft Enthusiast. Foil Basic Land. Start your engines. What the heck? What is this? Aether Drift? Fairgrounds Trumpeter. Okay. Anything in here interesting? Spark of Creativity. Exile top card of your library may have Spark Creativity Duo. Oh yeah, that's not very good. I had that recommended to me for a Zada deck, but I don't need it. Speedway Fanatic. Top 5 cards of your library in your graveyard. You may put an artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library. Artifact Matters. Land. Make obsolete. Creeping Mode. Armorcraft Judge. Girapur Guide. No. Doop. Kaldheim Bulk. Like a couple months ago, these boxes went crazy because what are they going to change? They were going to change the name of Kaldheim or something. I don't know. Maybe they did change the name of Kaldheim. I don't know. Master of Inquiries. Shrewd Negotiation. A little foil there. Ooh, Diabolic Tutor. This is the worst of the tutors, but I like it. I mean, I don't think it's worth any money. You would not put that in a... You'd not put that in a serious deck, but I feel like when people see you play that, it's a little bit more fair. 4 mana tutor instead of a 1 mana. Harsh Scrutiny. Make obsolete in foil. Beautiful foil. Morbid Curiosity. What is Morbid Curiosity? Draw cards equal to the converted mana cost of the sacrifice permanent. If that wasn't a sorcery, maybe. Oval Chase Daredevil. When artifact enters, you may return Oval Chase to your hand from your graveyard. Artifact enters, you may pay 1. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. If only that were gain life equal to the amount lost this way. Spark of Creativity. Bunch of those. Speedway Fanatic. Start your engines. Foreshadowing Aether Drift. Blossoming Defense. I don't think this is worth any money either, but it's just kind of a nice little... I like to pull out the little playable 1 mana hexproof, defend my stuff kind of cards. Nature's Way. I think this actually is something people will pay 50 cents for. Target creature you control gains Vigilance and Trample to end of turn, deals damage equal to its power, so it's removal and it gives you Vigilance and Trample. And it's a bite, not a fight, which is nice, so it's going to deal damage equal to its power and not fight something and then take damage, which means the Vigilance is a little less useful. Foundry Inspector. Everybody loves Foundry Inspector. Make your artifact spells cheaper. Why not? Perpetual Timepiece. Almost put that in my Muldrotha deck, but I found a Feladar's Cane or whatever the cane one is. I found that instead. Whirler Maker. Contraband Kingpin. Imperial Voyager Engineered Might. Hazardous Conditions. Restoration Gearsmith. Kind of cool. And then more of the Artifact Matters lands. Okay, almost done with the box. Let's go through the rares, and then that'll be it. I'll see you on the next one. Syndicate Trafficker. Fleetwheel Cruiser. Hey! Panharmonicon. I think that's worth a couple dollars. A playset of Panharmonicon. That's not bad. It's like $4, I think. Something like that. Might have gone down. Hopefully it's gone up. Aether Squall Ancient? Yeah, Aether Squall Ancient. Rise from the Tides. Create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Oh man, if this wasn't 6 mana, I would like that for my this is a promo. Friday Night Magic, it's a promo. I would like that for my will help deck, but I don't have a lot of instants and sorceries in there. A lot of zombies in there though. Marionette Master. I think people like this card, but I don't think it's worth anything. I think it's like 50 cents. Yeah, it's like a drain. A little drain artifact matters thing. Architect of the Untamed. Cultivator of Blades. That's useful. It's good in elf decks. I don't know if it's worth any money, but Wildest Dream. Return X target cards from your graveyard to your hand. Whoa. I didn't know this card existed. It's a little expensive, but we'll set it to the side. Maybe people like it. Returning from the graveyard is always useful. Dubious Challenge. Deadlock Trap. When it enters, you get 2 energy. Pay an energy. Tap target creature or planeswalker, and its activated abilities can't be activated. But you have to tap it. Dynavolt Tower. Eliminate the competition. Destroy X target creatures. You have to sacrifice the creatures first. And capture by the Consulate. Chant creature you don't control. Chanted creature can't attack. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it has a single target, change the target to enchanted creature if able. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. All right, well, that's all we got. Nothing too amazing in here. Probably Panharmonicon was the biggest value. I might have missed something. If I missed something and you saw it, please let me know. Here's what we got. Cultivator of Blades. I think that's like $1 or $2. Panharmonicon, I think, is like $4. Foundry Inspector might be $1. People like that. Nature's Way got some removal. We got the worst tutor, I think. Might be the worst tutor. But, you know, it's a fair tutor. Blossoming Defense, Harsh Mentor. Oh, Harvest Season, I think when I bought this, it was like $12. So, in foil. So, probably has gone down, but might be worth $5 or $6. Another Harvest Season, Bontu's Monuments, like $1. 6 cents. All these Lord of the Accursed. I have to look them up. I don't think they're actually worth anything, but I pulled them out because they might be something. Gifted Aetherborn's probably like 60 cents. Trophy Mage might be, you know, $1, maybe 80 cents. So that's what we got. If you enjoyed that, look out on my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Or just come find me another time. And I'm going to do a bigger one. I got like 10,000 cards from another Facebook Marketplace listing where we have a lot of cards to go through. So thanks for joining me. Took a lot longer than I thought, but see you next time.